selected Maximus. So early, before the break, we'll play Giveaway, and now it's Boomsticks with Maximus. And that's the only two songs we have of Maximus for the time being. Hopefully...
You know, we like to tease. That's what we do. We've got plenty of other stuff written.
You got, what, 12, 13 songs original now?
Oh, there's probably 20, 25, actually. I just haven't released everything yet.
Yeah.
And is anything recorded?
There's a bunch of live recordings. See, this is the thing. I honestly, I want kind of approach this a little differently than what I've done with past bands. I want people to get out and seek the music rather than just being fed it. You know, the stuff's good. Come out to the shows. Look for the live stuff on YouTube and share that with your friends. We're working with a friend of mine who's actually got a television show that's syndicated, and I guess he's taken that and he's getting ready to start a small label. We're going to do things a little differently than what's normally been done. I guess he's going to use Maximus as a guinea pig, so to speak. And he's going to be putting us in the studio to finish the entire thing, and he's going to be paying for tours, promotion, and all that. Actually, we were just this last week talking about March of 2017. I guess we're going to look at maybe heading over to England. So, goals. You know, we've got goals.
Cool.
I know it sounds a little vague, but I want people to get out and actually seek the music out. So we've got a ton of stuff that's recorded live. We are going to get in the studio, but I want people to get excited about it before we actually do that, so that when it does get released, then, you know, there's some demand for it. That's kind of the point.
Right.
Pretty much.
That's the thing. When I started doing on location, I don't allow anyone to download it, so it's not on RCC or whatever you can call it feed. So the musicians will able to have the on location in concert show, but it's not downloadable for everyone to take it with them. And so,
Sure.
So I feel what you're talking about there.
You know, I've been doing this a long time. I've worked in radio, and I've seen the industry change, and I think that people are, for lack of a better term, people are getting lazy. You know, they want music fed to them, and I grew up in an era where people sought music out. I mean, I used to stand in line for concert tickets for like 2 days. I was one of those kids, you know. I went to arenas and saw major concerts, and I had to fight for those tickets. I mean, literally, my sister and I, my friends, we would literally stand out on the sidewalk or camp on the sidewalk for like 2 days. I mean, that's what my generation did, and I miss that. I miss that hunger for music. So I just anything that involves taking part in trying to recreate that, I'm on board.
It's funny being when I was a kid, probably up until I was an early teenager. Like that generation that I was a part of was the last generation where you had to go to your local music store to see if a favorite artist had anything new. You couldn't just go online and find it out until right the very end of my teenage years, when all of a sudden here's the internet, here's downloading, here's all this stuff. And I miss going to a CD store and just browsing and looking around and being like, hey, look at this, these guys put out something new, that's awesome. And you didn't have any idea what was going to happen. It's just there it is, and you were so excited to get it home, you just wanted to tear it off and play it in the car, and all your car had was a tape deck, so you're just itching to get into it.
Yeah, that thrill, you know, today we'll never understand that thrill. And that's kind of what I want to take part of rebuilding. I know I don't expect it to sweep the public by storm, but there's going to be some that are going to get it. There's already some that are getting it, honestly. I've had conversations with people these days that are just like, yeah, that would be awesome, you know?
See, like me and Blackie were talking one night after a show about like how shows used to be back in the 90s compared to how they are now. Like you go back and you watch a video of Alice in Chains playing these big outdoor festivals, You got people jumping up and down, people crowd surfing, people on pieces of plywood going across the top of the crowd. Nowadays, all you see is a bunch of phones up and no one's moving. Mm-hmm. And I feel so out of generation because I got all my friends, they're going to shows, taking pictures and videos the entire time. And my musician friends, I've got some that are still pretty old school about it, but a lot of my friends are going to the digital stuff, like Axe Effects and the Line 6 pods. I mean, I'm guilty of using the digital stuff, because I did use it for a little bit during the start of Maximus. But comparing to how my tone sounded compared to Blackie's tone and Steve's tone, it sounded artificial. And the rig that I'm using now, it's very broken down, bare bones. I've got an amp at 212, and I got a pedal board.
Marjorie in the chat room, who was one of our sponsors, and she goes, in my day, it was the Hunger Games for tickets, which she agreed.
Yep.
If we,
pretty much so.
yeah, I remember, and Miss Spreaker, I miss Tower Records, and I miss the Tower Records too. I used to buy CDs a lot, going to the stores, the malls, and all this stuff. I went to the mall not too long ago, went to the music store, and it just felt kind of odd just being in one.
Well, if you look at stores nowadays, their music section's getting a lot smaller. You walk into I remember walking into Best Buy 10 years ago, and they had 12 racks of CDs on the back wall of them. You walk in now, they got maybe 2 racks of CDs and all these Blu-rays and video games everywhere.
Yeah, and then there's so few actual dedicated just music stores anymore. It's the Sam Goodies and the different things like that. They're all gone.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, it's pretty sad that it's all gone. It's to the point where pretty soon no one is going to even know what a music store is or was. It'd be it'd be a historical museum, music stores.
I can't.
What's cool about music stores is bands used to go and do in-store performances.
Yeah.
When I was out on tour, we would do in-store performances, and then we would go play the venue. And I've met some big bands that have played in little stores like that, and then come do performances. I miss that stuff. You don't get that anymore, and then you have to stand in line for tickets and hope that you can get the best seat you can get. This one time, we went and saw, I think it was Def Leppard, actually. Used to be called the Checker Dome there in St. Louis. We saw Def Leppard, and when we got to the venue, we were, 23rd, 24th row or something weird like that. Anyway, when we get to where the seats are supposed to be, the sound guys at the sound booth had taken up our seats. So then the floor manager, escorts us right up to the very side of the stage. 2 rows away from the side of the stage. And you could have just reached out and high-five Joe Elliott or something, And it was all because of that whole experience of just things you just don't see anymore.
Yeah, I miss those days, I'm telling you.
You see anymore when bands do those in-store things, it's just maybe a 2-hour meet and greet, signing autographs, saying, hey, what's up, and then they're off to the venue down the road.
Mm-hmm.
There's a store down in St. Louis called Vintage Vinyl. It's been there for years. And there's a venue right down the road called The Pageant. Bands will come in, they'll stop at Vintage Vinyl, shop around, maybe do an hour meet and greet, then go out to the venue and play.
Out here in Tacoma and parts of Seattle, we always have music festivals. They're usually free. All of them are usually free. They come in, you check out all these bands play all throughout the day, and it's basically getting people introducing to music again, going to concerts. Hey, check it all out. Come to concert. Come to the park. Enjoy good music, and that's what we've been doing for the past few years with it too. And it seems pretty great, but again, like Blackie was saying, going to the music store, doing the bit, sign your autograph, and go to the venue was completely I remember just being in awe of seeing my favorite band right in front of me, going, "Holy crap! You're right here in front of me. Can I lick you?" Not really. I was too shy back then. I was too shy back then to even say that, even to think it. Oh my God. Yeah.
Well, now, too, because of how digital has impacted everything and how music sales have gone down so drastically due to like streaming and everything like that. A lot of the bigger musicians, if they're on a label and everything, when they do a meet and greet, now it's part of a special VIP almost $200-$300 package.
Yeah.
For like 15 minutes. It's not just them seeing you in like some place where, oh yeah, we were going out to eat and here's some fans, let's sign some autographs. It's you got to spend $150 plus the cost of the ticket to come see the band, to get a picture for like 10-15 minutes. I'm sure the bands are cool people and a lot of awesome bands do it, but it's a way to recoup funds now more than it is to really visit people. And how much of a connection are you going to get with the fans in just 10-15 minutes?
Yeah.
And see a couple things on that too. You know, you've got those meet and greets that they do. I was actually watching a thing online a while back, and they were talking about Avril Lavigne and Rihanna about their different meet and greets that they do. Avril Lavigne, you pay $350. You get to stand a foot and a half away from her, and they take your picture. If you come anywhere inside that foot and a half, her 6'8" big built up bodyguard's going to pick you up and throw you out the door. Rihanna, she's hugging on you, she's having fun, laughing with you, she'll sit there and talk with you for a few minutes. You know, you got that kind of aspect to think about too. And then another thing they're doing also with everything going digital, the FCC is actually pushing these major labels to pay the artists more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, the big thing with streaming audio right now is it's really at the forefront. Like Spotify and all those guys are getting squeezed real hard to change the model up. And there's been some limited success from what I've read, but nothing that's just like, yeah, we finally have our victory, we're getting this much in percentages, but it's going in a good direction from what I can see.